Hello, so today's video is going to be something slightly different. I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favourite scented products. You know, I absolutely love fragrance, I love perfume, but I've just come to realise that I really appreciate beautifully scented skincare, hair care and body care, and I just wanted to talk about my favourites in each of these categories. So if you haven't seen me before, I'm Claire. I talk all about fragrance. I make videos all about perfume history, perfume science, and I also just do some straight perfume reviews and fun perfume tags. So if that kind of thing interests you and you haven't already done so, then please do consider subscribing. And please, if you find this video useful, then please press the like button. So let's get on with this, which are my top 10 scented products. So the first product is actually a product from a fragrance company. So this is Penhaligon's Orange Blossom Lip Balm. So I bought this and really I wasn't expecting too much from this lip balm, but I really like it. So this is quite a waxy textured lip balm. It's something that I would tend to wear at night rather than during the day because it is one of those lip balms where you have to put your fingers into it, and also it does take some time to warm it up before you apply it to your lips. I think this lip balm as well just has a lovely scent to it. The scent is really what's made me fall in love with this lip balm. It's definitely not the most moisturising of lip balms. It's more of a barrier function kind of lip balm. But the scent is addictive to me. It's an orange blossom scent, but to me it comes off as more like an orange gummy bear. It makes me think of sweets from when I was little. It makes me specifically think of Rowntree's fruit gums, the orange ones from when I was little, which was some of my favourite sweets. I'm truly a lip balm obsessive. I'm someone who has them all over the house, who has them, in my bag, at work, on my desk, and I've really been enjoying this one. It's very different to the lip balms that I normally have, which are normally a bog standard vanilla or a strawberry flavour. It's just something really different. And having looked at the other lip balms on their website, I'd be intrigued to try the apple one and also the violet one. So that's Penhaligon's Orange Blossom Lip Balm. So the next product is by Alteya Organics, and this is called their Rose Otto Wonderbalm. So the reason I really like this, not only because of the fragrance, which is a really deep, luxurious rose, is because it's super moisturising. So I think you can technically use this as a lip balm, but I choose not to because of the very intense floral fragrance, which I think would be just too much right underneath my nose. But I do really like this as a moisturiser. So I like taking this away with me because it's such a small, compact tin, but it lasts ages. And it's great for carry-on luggage when you're flying somewhere. I take it to conferences. I have it in my bag for weekends away. It's just really convenient packaging and it's just so concentrated that it lasts a long time. I really like moisturisers to be less watery and more oily because I have Raynaud. So if I use something that's super watery, the evaporation of the moisturiser makes me incredibly cold. Whereas if I use something more oil-based, I don't get that coldness. And that's why I like this. So yeah, beautiful Bulgarian rose fragrance, just absolutely stunning, and something that I think when you smell a really high quality rose oil based fragrance, you can tell, and this one is really good. So that's Rose Otto Wonderbalm by Alteya Organics. So the next product is a hand cream, and I've just finished this one. This is by Neal's Yard and it's their Geranium and Orange hand cream. So this is quite a bitter smelling orange, bitter orange oil kind of smell alongside a peppery, earthy, green geranium kind of fragrance. It does have that kind of slight rosiness that geranium gives, but it's definitely a darker, deeper kind of rosiness. I really like this. I wasn't sure about the fragrance initially, but as soon as I started using this, I got taken to a memory of childhood. And I used to go to a herbalist with my grandmother. We used to visit a herbalist shop. It was called Culpeper's. I think they've all shut down in the UK now, but just going into one of those shops and seeing all those herbs and all those people there who were buying various different things always just used to set off my imagination and make me think, what are they going to use it for? Is it going to be for spells? And this fragrance just took me straight back to that memory. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this one. I've been using it with cuticle oil at night. And I do think this has made a big difference to how my hands look. And I definitely notice, particularly around my hangnails and my nails in general, have much improved since I've been using this. So I think I will repurchase this. So that's Neal's Yard Rose and Geranium Hand Cream. So the next products are more of a range of scented products rather than one product in particular, and L'Occitane are a brand that I've tried lots of different things from, and sometimes their fragrances are just a little bit too strong for me. They're a little bit overwhelming, particularly with their hand creams. Some of their hand creams I find that I can't use even though the product itself is beautiful. For example, their original shea butter hand cream I just find overwhelmingly baby powdery. I just feel like I can't use that and not be bothered by the fragrance. The one that I tend to choose instead is their Almond range, and I really enjoy their Almond shower oil. I don't have a bottle at the moment, I just have this mini one left from another purchase. But their Almond shower oil feels so luxurious. I think if you're someone with dry skin, I think you would love this. I just find it to be so comforting, and I really like using this in the bath even as opposed to the shower. I just think you get to enjoy it for longer. I also really enjoy their hand cream from this range. I just think this brings out the powdery soft sweetness that you get with almond, and I just think that this is nice and subtle, but it's still very present and you still can notice it throughout the wear of the hand cream. So yeah, that's the almond oil range from L'Occitane. So the next product is really an example of how I've been trying to change my habits around my consumption, and I've really switched very much from liquid soaps to bar soaps, and that's been something I've changed in hand sinks, but I'm aiming to do that with shower gels, and that's really why I haven't repurchased that L'Occitane product. But this is my favourite bar soap, and it's from Alchimia, which is a brand you can usually find in TK Maxx in the UK, probably TJ Maxx in the US. And this, I think, is an Italian brand, and this soap is the musk variant. I think these soaps are actually marketed towards men by the brand, but I don't really see why. I think this is an absolutely stunning scent. This has truly completely changed my mind about using soap. I find this soap to be so long lasting. This 250 gram bar will last me months and months and months, and I just compare that with my usage of liquid soaps and realise how wasteful liquid soaps are, how much plastic you use compared with a bar soap. This one, I just love the scent. The scent is stunning. It's a really soft, slightly powdery, quite sweet, almost heliotrope-like, almost a little bit tonkery. It's got a bit of a coumarin kind of smell to it, alongside just the softest, most fluffy feeling musk. Out of all of the products in this video, this is hands down my absolute favourite of the lot. This is the one that I'm completely obsessed with, that I love using, that I absolutely love the smell of in my skin. And this is something that really does linger. I keep the other bars of this that I have in stock in my clothes drawers because I just love the smell of it, and I want the smell to waft as I open the drawers. Total obsession with this, and I'm intrigued to try some others from this range. I think I have smelt the tobacco one. I think that was something that I like the smell of, but I didn't necessarily want my hands to smell of that. There's also, I think, a cedar wood one and various other ones. A sandalwood one, I think, actually does interest me. But yeah, this one has been my choice so far. So this is Musk by Alchimia. So the next product is something I tend to use during the summertime. So this is something that I just want something basic that I'm going to use every day after I shower. So I'm going to get through a lot of it. So I don't want to spend too much money on it. And this is my favourite moisturiser that I've found. This is the Nivea Irresistibly Smooth Lotion, and this is the shea butter variant. But I don't intend to put the shea butter variant in this video. I was intending to put the coconut and Monoi oil variant in this video, but I've bought the wrong one and I'm annoyed. I've used this once now and I don't particularly like the fragrance of this at all. But yeah, the coconut and Monoi oil one I would highly recommend. So the coconut and Monoi oil one just has this real kind of summery floral aspect to it alongside a really creamy coconut, and it just makes me happy. It just gives me a real kind of happy summer vibe, and I love wearing it on my legs in the summertime when I'm wearing dresses. I just find it really smoothing and really soothing. It's just the best value moisturiser that I can find in absolutely any supermarket in the UK. So that's the coconut and Monoi oil version of the Nivea Irresistibly Smooth Lotion. So the next product is a hair treatment, and I'm someone who doesn't really want to spend lots of money on things I'm going to wash down the drain. So I'm not going to spend loads of money on a shampoo or on a conditioner, but I would spend money on a leave-in treatment. And this is definitely on the pricier side. So this is Aveda's Botanical Repair leave-in treatment. I only have about that much left. I probably have about one use left. And this is something that I will put on my hair after I've washed it. And I will use this more as something to replace a curl cream. And I will just have slightly flatter hair that day. But it tends to just make my hair really shiny. It smooths it. It's kind of a reset for my hair. If you've got curly hair, you all know that sometimes your hair just gets really frizzy, really dry, and there's not much you can do about it. And this treatment seems to just rescue that and bring it back to something more manageable. I really like the smell of this too. It's an ylang-ylang rose and marjoram scent, according to the brand. For me, it's kind of more of an earthy kind of herbal scent with a slight background floral smell. I would say it's more rose than ylang-ylang, but definitely the marjoram is the thing that comes through most for me. Definitely more on the herbal green side than anything else. Just really like this product. It is expensive, but you can sometimes find it as part of beauty boxes. And sometimes you get some really good offers on this product as well. So that's Aveda's Botanical Repair leave-in treatment. So the next products are a range, again for, I think, frizzy hair. I think this range is marketed as. And this is really my most spendy that I get with shampoo and conditioners. I'm never going to spend too much on something that's going to go down my drain. But the one that I really like from this range, which is the OGX range, is the Kukui oil range. I have the shampoo and I have the conditioner. These are the two that I'm using at the moment. I have a further stock of these because they changed the packaging recently and I stocked up while they were reducing them. And I love this. So this scent is really based around something that I would compare with Amarula cream. If you've had Amarula cream liqueur, that is a more fruity version of this shampoo and conditioner scent. It definitely does feel very creamy. It feels very rich, almost a little bit nutty, and also a little bit vanillic, but it's quite a subtle kind of vanilla. It's definitely more on the creamy lactonic kind of side. And yeah, maybe even a subtle fruitiness to it, but yeah, more of like a stone fruit kind of fruitiness than any other fruitiness. I just really like this shampoo and conditioner. Again, I think it just really suits my hair type. It makes my hair really shiny and manageable. And these last ages too. This is not a product you need to use a lot of. So a 385ml bottle will last me for several months. So that's the Kukui Oil Shampoo and Conditioner by OGX. So the last two products are things that I use to help me to get to sleep. And I think with having my new job a couple of years ago, I've just realised how important sleep discipline is. I used to definitely be somebody who burned the candle at both ends, and I think as I've aged, I've realised I can't do that anymore and actually have a productive day. So I've been trying to sleep better and to discipline myself better around bedtime and learn to relax a little bit more. And the way I've been doing that a little bit is to treat myself to some products. And the one product that I did treat myself to was a pillow mist. And actually a friend came round and smelt this pillow mist and fell quite deeply in love with it and actually gave her my bottle. So I don't have this pillow mist at the moment, apart from a tiny little sample that I don't have very much left of. But I have been wearing this to bed and I only spray one spray a night. I wouldn't want to use it on my pillow because it is quite an oily kind of mist and I think it probably would stain. So I tend to just spray this on my skin and enjoy it that way. But I just find this so relaxing. It always makes me think of a spa, this product. And I think sometimes when you have sleep products, they can be a little bit strong or they can be things that you just find personally off-putting. And this is something that I instantly fell in love with. Again, it's a little bit herbal, but it's definitely on the softer, more yellowy side of herbal smells. It's chamomile. So you get that kind of sunshiny feel to this, alongside some vetiver for a bit of a woody grounding kind of smell, and then some sandalwood for a bit of a creamy aspect to this too. But yeah, this one I just find a little bit hypnotic. It just helps me drift off and I just think this has definitely improved my sleep quality since I've been using this. So this is the Aromatherapy Associates Deep Relax Sleep Mist. So the next product is also something that I tend to wear when I'm going to bed, and it's also something that I will choose to put on when I've got out of the shower or out of the bath, somewhere where I've been hot and when I want to cool down, because there's evidence, isn't there, that if you're a little bit warmer and then you let yourself cool down when you get in bed, then that also kicks off your sleep cycle. So this is the Deep Sleep Body Cocoon from This Works. And again, the smell of this is similar to the Aromatherapy Associates fragrance mist, sleep mist. This, though, has added lavender on top of the vetiver and the chamomile. And it also has some shea butter, so it's very moisturising, very rich. You don't need a lot of this. I would say this is, a couple of months of application for me, one of these tubes. I think this is something that I really do feel has helped me drift off because of the lavender. I think lavender is just a very sleep time kind of smell for me. I quite often spray Mongolan before I'm going to bed as well. That's another fragrance that I tend to reach for. And I think that is also because of the lavender note there. So yeah, this one is something else that I would highly recommend just because it just feels so luxurious, and that's very comforting in itself, but also because of the lavender. So that's This Works Deep Sleep Body Cocoon. So that's the final product in this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, then please do press the like button, and please also let me know the products that you use in your life. I think I've just suddenly realised that I have so many scented products that I really love, and there are some in my life that I really don't want to be without. And I think that's just the special nature of fragrance. Sometimes a fragrance can elevate a good product to a great product. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.